The burnt peanut situation is crazy and a little disappointing, and I wanted to talk about it. Hello again, everyone! If you don't know me, I am Hopper Croakson, the traverser of worlds, seeker of truths, and solver of mysteries that dare not speak their names. And for those of you that do know me, it is wonderful to see you again, Trailblazers. So let's put on our favorite trench coats and polish our magnifying glasses and get to work. The Streamer Awards caused a little bit of drama over the weekend. A little bit is an understatement, actually. So, TheBurntPeanut won the award for VTuber of the Year, and he won it over Kenji and Iron Mouse and Chibidoki, all great VTubers, all deserve to be nominated, including the Peanut. And I want to put that in the forefront, that Peanut is a VTuber. Peanut is hilarious. I've been watching his content for some time now. Really changing the medium, just with the amount of effort and production value that he puts in. And a lot of people are upset because he doesn't fit the mold of what this community considers a VTuber. He's not an anime girl avatar. He's not, a live 2D model. He doesn't do a lot of the things that, what people would consider a normal VTuber do. But at the end of the day, he uses a virtual avatar, and he's completely taken over the internet, captivated them. I have people in their 30s sending me clips of Peanut. I have people older than that sending me clips of Peanut and talking about Peanut and quoting Peanut. And honestly, I think it's fantastic. This is a VTuber that has broken the mold and has become completely accepted by people outside the VTuber community. It's insane. But that being said, a lot of people in the VTuber community seem to be very upset and are having, in my opinion, an extremely poor reaction to Peanut winning the award, and I just wanted to show some of them on the screen here just to talk about it. So the first thing is that this person, Kitsu, was all over my Twitter feed and the internet, mostly for this tweet. Non-VTuber won the best VTuber award with the upside down smiley face. This tweet got over 11 million views. 11.1 million views there. And then Kitsu would go on to say, and I'm not saying he didn't put in the work and he didn't deserve to win any of the awards. All I'm saying is he's not a VTuber. He said that himself. He said himself he doesn't like VTubers and doesn't like being called a VTuber. He said live that he pushed his community to vote for him to make VTubers mad. Hey, these clips are out of context. That's the first thing. It's a bit that he was doing with Shroud. They were just, sitting in a lobby in Arc Raiders, and just shooting back and forth, because they're streaming and they're entertaining people. Right here, this is the kind of take I agree with that top comment you can see there. It looks like a VTuber to me. Just because you say you're not a duck doesn't mean you're not a duck. Exactly. And the P-tuber thing is a bit. Peanut knows what he is. He's a VTuber. But anyway, Kitsu replied to just about every comment. There's the gif of him eating the Big Mac. That's very funny. But this kind of sentiment, like the non-VTuber thing, pushed a lot of buttons. And there are a lot of people that, like, if you just search Peanut VTuber, like, then you have, like, this right here, right? The shit poster detective. Well, this detective does a fair bit of that, too. But let's see what the opinion was, right? Most of the big VTubers, big in, quotations, because you'll find that a lot of people don't consider the popular VTubers that are praising Peanut to be VTubers either. They are showing their true colors here. Corporate bootlickers who'd rather lick the boots of a troll than defend the space that made them rich. And this is what I'm talking about. You have a bunch of, like, 8,000 follower Andes, who aren't that big, and they're never going to be big with the general audience because they're weirdos trying to get the attention of the already crowded VTuber space. And one thing that you should know about VTubers is if you're trying to appeal to VTuber fans, most of them already have a favorite VTuber. So you are competing with attention to be someone's Oshi most of the time. Oshi being like their favorite person, the person they support the most. And you have what's typical of this community, unfortunately, that I am part of, is these just performative reactions to everything. Like, they're not taking the high road. They're paid to be walking PR statements, and controversy hurts the bag. If you watch Iron Mouse, even her stream for 10 minutes, it's anything but a PR statement. Like, it's not watered down. Mousy is herself all the time. Says a lot of curse words. inappropriate things, you know, not something that, like, if you were like a big corporation, like, you would be sanitized to be. Iron Mouse is also in indie now. I mean, she was part of VShojo, which you weren't. I don't know how managed like VShojo talent were, but from what I understand, that they weren't really like on a leash at all with like their content. So this whole, like, it's just performative, like a public execution of your entire medium while the top talents clap and say, ooh, ooh, wholesome. Don't be salty, guys. I get it. I mean, this is like a thing you're really passionate about, and this peanut who did like the annoying orange does and put his face over a blender model of a peanut is much more popular than you, and you're angry. And I'll talk about my opinion on this later. But I think if your reaction to another streamer succeeding in your space, in your medium, is to throw a hissy fit on Twitter and say that VTubing is dead when it's getting to be more popular than ever, you're never going to succeed. You're always going to be an 8,000 follower Andy. I mean, and I'm a 40 follower Andy, so like nobody listened to me either. I just wanted to talk about this because I like to talk. And then you can just see, like, he's quote tweeting Momo, who's like a lot of non-VTuber fans use the awards to mock VTubers and call you pedos and 40-year-olds for impersonating little girls. Like, why are you upset? He's a VTuber. Like, you simplify what's going on and treat your peers and colleagues as if we would be jealous when we honestly couldn't have cared less. And that's the thing. Like, this is a streamer award show that carried no weight at all until Peanut won the award, and then everybody threw a fit. And this right here, I get it. There are a lot of mean people on the internet who think VTubing is weird, and honestly, rightfully so, because, like, there's a lot of clips that are weird. I have always not really liked the hyper-sexualized people in the community at all. The R18 like fan art and the retweeting it and the back and forth, I don't like it at all. I never have. I mean, I'm not saying there's not an audience for it. Obviously there are big VTubers, huge VTubers that lean into that. But that is just not what I come to the medium for. And I mean, there are a lot of VTubers out there who make their models look quite young and lean into that kind of thing. And I'm going to be real with you. I think it's a little weird, too. But that's what you'll see. Like, a lot of these people fall into, like, the VTubers should act like an idol thing, and idol culture. And if you don't know what idol culture is, basically they want all VTubers to act like Japanese idols. So, like, you have to be a girl. You have to be an anime girl model, like, that is kind of Japanese looking. And you have to not interact with men in your space at all, and you have to sing songs, and you have to do all these things when you don't. The reality is, like, the term VTuber is just virtual YouTuber. And my model's a live 2D model, but if you don't have a live 2D model, if you have a PNG or if you have a peanut, you're a VTuber. That's just how it is. And a lot of these weird people want to co-opt the space, and again, this is another, like, 12,000 follower Andy with herself with her boobs out and shit as her cover photo. It's another person throwing a fit. They're competing for the attention of this sect of the VTuber community that wants everybody to be idols, that is angry about the peanut, that is parasocial, and that is weird. And these are the people that they want in their chats because they're going to give them the most money and the most supas and all these things. Right here, actually, I was going to talk about this. So this leads to this post. So Iron Mouse has won VTuber of the Year like 3 years in a row. And honestly, she had deserved it. And I think she had a good run this year, too, with all the VShojo drama that went on and all the money she raised for charity. Mousy is generally wonderful. Genuinely wonderful. She makes great content. She's very entertaining. And she's a great VTuber. And one of the best things I like about Mousy, Iron Mouse, is that she's very humble. And right here, she's saying, me cringing and all the people mad that Peanut won. Every VTuber in that category deserved to be there. I said that earlier. And I think, if you're a fan of Peanut, I think you would especially like Kenji's content. Kenji's hilarious. I think you would like Iron Mouse's content. Iron Mouse is funny. Not all VTubers are weird. And I know that the community is not doing a great job presenting that. But most of them aren't weird. Okay, it's always like some like 5,000 follower VTuber that's got like a little bit of a following that is being a weirdo, or some parasocial fan that is mad that their favorite VTuber didn't win, you know. These VTuber award, like the streamer awards don't hold that much weight in the community anyway. It's just a fun thing to all do. But there's Peanut. Thank you, Iron Mouse. Congratulations on your spectacular performance at last night's show. Ironically enough, Iron Mouse's performance also caused a little bit of drama. I don't think it's because it was like a 3D VTuber concert thing. I think it's because it was opera. I thought it was great. I love opera, so I thought it was a great performance. Peanut, I obviously thought it was a great performance. But people aren't happy with Iron Mouse. People are disowning Iron Mouse now. They're disowning Iron Mouse over this. So you go down here. The reaction he's getting for all the hate pretty much justifies the opinion of the general VTuber community. I don't think it's the general VTuber community. I think most people are completely normal about this. And you just have this like very vocal sect on the internet that is upset. I think most people are completely normal. In fact, I think there's a lot of crossover. I think a lot of VTuber fans probably watch Peanut. I do. I like you, Mouse, but I'm not going to support someone whose whole gimmick is mocking VTubers. They think that every minute of Peanut's stream is him making fun of VTubers. This is what I'm saying. Like, you get the one clip of Shroud being like, oh, do you think VTubers will be mad? And Peanut going, I'm a P-tuber. And then they think his entire content is bashing VTubers. It's not. It's not. It's one one dono message a stream, probably one dono message a stream is devoted to this because somebody's like, oh, it's my favorite VTuber, or vote for Peanut for VTuber of the year or whatever. It's a bit. He's being funny, and I understand that some of you might have an aversion to being entertaining. I understand some of you have an aversion to being entertaining, but the guy's hilarious. Come on. Goofy award show. He's a pretty great streamer. He could have won another cat. It just feels out of place to compare him with other VTubers. Especially when he doesn't... Again, it's a bit. I hate seeing... Like, if you watched his stream for more than 5 minutes, you would know it's a bit. Like, if you watched Beyond the Outside, like, beyond those, like, out-of-context clips. And then right here, it just feels out of place to compare him with other VTubers. This is the other thing where it's like, he didn't spend $5,000 on his model. Oh, my goodness. Guess what? I didn't spend $5,000 on my model either. My model's actually quite cheap, but I'm very happy with it. But you don't have to have some expensive model to be a VTuber. You could have a PNG, like one of those reactive images, because you don't have the money. You could have a Peanut. You could be a dog. I don't care. You could be a piece of cheese. It's just a virtual avatar that something besides you. At least they admit he's a pretty great streamer, though. He's hilarious. But anyway, the quotes of this are a cesspool. It's not the fact that he won. It's the fact that him and his audience can insult you, spit in your face, laugh about it, and you will praise and congratulate. Again, very vocal sect on both sides. Peanut's just joking. And then you have, like, the people who hate VTubers anyway. Like, again, I don't think most Peanut fans are like, oh, I hate VTubers. Knowing his fans would literally call you a pedo for your model. Again, generalizing an entire fan base. And you're doing the exact same thing that you're saying they do. Where they generalize everyone. You're generalizing everyone. And people don't understand this. And it really grinds my gears. It does. VShojo was right to treat you the way they did. If you aren't caught up with the Iron Mouse VShojo situation, but because you aren't someone who watches VTubing, even though, I mean, that got pretty outside of the VTuber sphere. Just Google it. Pause the video and Google it and come back to me in a couple minutes. And look at what they did to her. They didn't pay her. They left her in the dark. They didn't send her merch out. They didn't do all these things. They gaslit her. And you're saying they were right to treat you the way you did because you're not angry at the funny Peanut for winning the streamer awards that don't matter for anything? Come on, man! Come on! Why are we like this? Oh my holy shit. Women and their emotions. He's factually not a VTuber. Calling him a VTuber because virtual YouTuber is like me saying, a leopard in my language is named a lazy horse, so they must be literal horses then. Again, these are the people that are obsessed with the idol culture, and are probably everything that you generalize VTuber fans to be. That's all I'm going to say. See, and then look at that! And then you get so mad about it. Has zero actual credibility. But you're so angry. Look at this. Insane people on the internet. And this is who they think we all are. Like, because of people like this, it's like every single person that is a VTuber or likes VTubers gets this kind of reaction. And I'm honestly tired of being quiet about it, if that makes sense. I'm honestly tired of being quiet about it. I really tried to, like, fit in with the community. Having a model doesn't make you a VTuber. Exactly, so why is Peanut not a VTuber? And then again, openly hates you. He doesn't. I can pull up a clip of him saying he doesn't hate VTubers. But people just clip the other one out of context. It's insane. I understand you Latinas are used to abusive relationships, but even this level of self-abuse is unheard of. You see what I mean? These people are insane. Giving a guy any sort of traction that stated he hates he doesn't need traction. He doesn't need traction. He doesn't need the VTuber awards or streamer awards or whatever. He doesn't need any of that. Have you seen him? He averages 40,000+ viewers a stream on Twitch, another 40,000+ on YouTube, and then 3,000 on Twitter. You're not platforming him. You're not giving him traction. Iron Mouse isn't giving him any traction. He's bigger than everyone. Why give praise to someone that's there to make fun of you? It's a bit. My goodness. Like, I swear, like, irony and satire and sarcasm, they're just lost on people now. Like, you can't have any of this. People just take whatever you say 100% seriously. Like, even if it's meant to be sarcastic or ironic. Doesn't surprise me as much as it does disappoint me. See what I mean? And then, like, genuinely, if you look at, like, the VTubers that lost, congratulations to Peanut. Please, everyone, give him your kind words. He is very funny, and I'm happy for him. Thank you for nominating me. Iron Mouse also congratulated Peanut. And then, if you go to the Streamer Awards post, you go down here, Chibi, Iron Mouse, Callie, Liz. And then look at this. Like, all the big VTubers are congratulating Peanut. Huge congrats. Huzzah. You know? But then you go down here and again, you got, I mean, Kitsu's bigger. But you get, like I said, these smaller streamer. They're like right what you would call a successful streamer. Like, they get 100 people watching them, or a couple hundred people watching them, or even 1,000 people watching them. And they get that little bit of success, and they think they can all click together and control the medium. But they can't. They can't. Peanut is bigger than the medium. And the big VTubers realize that. Like, this is eyes on VTubing. In general. This is a VTuber who's become accepted outside of the VTuber space, like Iron Mouse has. In general. Like, most people like Iron Mouse, I think. Like, she had the most subs. Like, she beat Kai Cenat for a little bit for the most subs. Like, she raised all that money for charity. Like, the V-Shoujo thing held. It's another VTuber that's just broken the medium. And if you don't think that there's a section of Peanut's viewers that have seen Peanut stream with a model and gone and checked out other VTubers, you're stupid. You are completely stupid. Again, you have these 10K follower, 50K follower Andes that are competing for the same idol-worshipping otaku people that already have their favorite VTuber, and they're trying to steal them away from that VTuber. When Peanut did it right, Peanut appealed to people beyond the wider VTuber community. And that's what makes people upset. He doesn't fit their mold, and they're all angry. To the point that you have, again, Proctor Z, 1,700 follower Andy. I'll dare to say it. If Iron Mouse wasn't seriously ill, she'd be an average flesh streamer and hate VTubers. The only reason she is one is because that's what her life circumstances forced her to be. How else should I interpret her choosing to spit on the medium whenever? Spit on the medium. Reaching out and trying to get to a wider audience is spitting on the medium. Like, these people would be happy with a few hundred viewers forever. No one ever seeing them beyond that. And that's why they'll never go anywhere. And then you'll see them a year from now, and they'll be posting about how their engagement is lower, and they don't understand. Like, less people are watching them, and it's demotivating. Because they never try to be anything more. And their first reaction to someone else being successful is to throw a hissy fit and invent things. How do you know? You don't. You're just spewing random bullshit online because you're a moron. Look at Sea Dog here. Like, it's such a deranged way to view the world. It is! These people are crazy! And I'm stuck in the middle of all the crazy people. Is it really that serious? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not. It's a peanut. And we're talking about a community of people that mostly use anime avatars. It's insane. It's crazy to take this seriously. I'm a talking frog, for fuck's sake. I had some things to say what had happened to you, and I'll screw. I love this emote so much. Right here, this clip, this is what you should be mad about. This right here. That VTubing is boiled down to this is what you should be mad about.
Hey guys, I'm super excited to present this next award. Uwu. The 5 VTubers in this category worked hard at mastering peak kawaii and ada aura farming. Here are the nominees for Best VTuber.
Peak kawaii and ada aura farming. This is what you should be mad at. That this is what we're boiled down to. To being a bunch of weirdos. This. If there was something that would that should have sparked controversy in the VTuber community, it was this. It was not Peanut winning. It was not. That's what you should be mad about. That's what you should be mad about. Extremely common Iron Mouse W. As usual, I guess I'm on the outside on this one because everyone is melting down over Peanut winning. If you see another content creator in your space succeeding and your first reaction is to have a meltdown and not how do I make myself better, then you'll never succeed. And then lastly, my first post about it, and look, I got 12 likes. That's a lot for me. Since everyone is posting their 2 cents, I'm going to say something. Peanut is really entertaining. He's taken over the internet, and a ton of effort goes into his streams. He is a VTuber. Congrats to Peanut for VTuber of the Year. The rest of us should step up our game. That's all I'm saying. And a lot of these people, they feel like they're entitled to viewership because they spent $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $10,000 on a model, and they have friends that have made it in the VTuber space, and they have money to promote their tweets and get people to post their clips for them and all this stuff, and they feel entitled to it. And this guy gets a Blender model of a peanut and filters his face onto it, and he's way successful. He's way more successful than honestly any of us ever will be. And they're angry. And they're like, well, I want my idol culture. And I want my anime girl. I could make another video on just being like a male in the space. And how cool it is to see someone like Peanut succeed. To see someone like Kenji succeed. Like, to see the Hollow Stars. The dudes over at Niji Sanji. Succeed is awesome because everybody thinks that like you need to be an anime girl and you need to be an idol, and that's just not true. It's not true because you have people like Kenji, because you have people like Peanut, and hopefully maybe one day people will say you've got somebody like Hopper. I think there are brighter times ahead for VTubing, and I think it's because of someone like Peanut driving the medium forward and making it more popular. That's it. The situation is crazy. I talked about it for long enough. Thank you for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you want to. I'm not gonna ask you, like, or make you, but I got over 160 subscribers, and I'm really happy about that. And if you watch this video and you think you would like to be a subscriber, go ahead. I stream on Twitch at least 3 times a week. I try to keep it to at least 3 times a week, sometimes more. I'm active on TikTok and Twitter, obviously, just Hopper Croakson. But anyway, like I said at the beginning of the video, I am Hopper Croakson. The eye in shifting realities, the hand in tangled fates, and the mind that sees through all veils. And remember, even in times like this, when everyone's crazy, that the truth always hops ahead, and that I always get my mark. Until the next world calls my trailblazers, and, of course, anyone who hadn't seen me before who watched this video, or maybe you are a trailblazer now, I don't know. Hopper, out.